Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cannesversations. I am here with Priti, the CEO and co-founder of Advertible. I am so excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
How are you finding the conference so far?
Oh, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I heard that it's a little bit of a madhouse over there.
It is, but it's energizing.
Good. I love that. I love when you feed off of that crazy energy. So I'm going to ask you some really cool, fun questions about the industry.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you like actual fun questions, like rapid fire fun.
Okay.
So how are multicultural communities changing the way consumers consume media and connect with each other? And what should brands be doing differently as a result?
Multicultural communities are the backbone of this country that we live in. And they are bringing their voices and they're bringing their dollars to say, this is how I want to be positioned in the media. I want people that look like me to be up there. I want them to be on stage. I want them to be in the media, in the press, everywhere. And I'm going to buy products that align with those values and with those types of people because that's who I am.
Yeah, I think that really makes sense. And you have to be able to understand, the consumer and who you're going after.
Yeah.
And then respect that and like target that specifically to align with your message and who you're trying to target and why.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people miss the ball with that because they're trying to just produce something for the mass. Yeah. And that's not always the right way, especially when you're trying to target a multicultural community, right? Part of that is obviously shopping and making purchases. And so retail media has been a hot topic. We were just talking about it before, we started recording. How do you feel retail media is changing the way consumers shop? And what is the key to making it successful in a marketing plan?
Retail media in a nutshell to me is really about having brands capture audiences across a number of various retailers and finding their audiences then across the open web as well. And so it is just a tighter way to target with those communities that you've made the connection with and ensuring that your message is making it to the right person.
Yeah.
And I think if marketers really care about their consumers, which obviously they do, that's their job, then I think retail media should be a very big part of it because it's a highly engaging and part of the media plan, but also it's a place where people have high intent. They're there to do something. They're there to take action. They're going there with intention. And so if you really want to be in front of your customers and make it a meaningful experience, you should be there when they're shopping.
Yeah. Timing is everything. It's so important to be there at the right time with the right message, getting them to take that action. And I feel as though retail media is making that easier than ever.
Yes.
Where you could just scan something or, shop something on television or scan a QR code or whatever. And it really just needs to be done right without it being like every single product, scan.
Yeah.
AI is also another big hot topic.
Yeah.
How can AI be used to connect people on a deeper level and on a more human level, even though it's AI and it's technology?
AI is a fantastic tool, and I think that it does a great job of speeding up the learning curve and enabling us with insights at large scale. If we can leverage AI as a tool to help us make more informed decisions as we're creating marketing plans or as we are thinking through media and learning about who we're targeting and learning about the most impactful ways to make connection, I think AI becomes a really amazing sidekick versus being the whole story.
I agree with that. And with AI comes authenticity, right?
Yes.
You have to stay authentic. You have to be real. So it's a buzzword. I feel like it's lost its meaning a little bit. What does it really mean to be authentic when marketing to diverse audiences? And how can brands avoid just jumping on the bandwagon and just getting on the train because everybody else is on the train?
I think it comes down to values and really what you as a brand stand for, and then aligning and ensuring that all of your messages stay true to that brand. You're not going to connect with every consumer. That's okay. You have your consumer base, and that consumer base is going to relate to those values because they share them.
Right.
And so I think it really comes down to staying true to the brand that you are, what you stand for, and what your values are.
Yeah, I agree. And it's really important because if you stick to that, everything else I feel like falls into place.
Absolutely.
It's when you try to be everything to everybody or try to fit into a box that's not meant for you where you start to flail and falter and then nothing looks authentic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So ready for some rapid fire?
Let's go.
All right. So this or that. AI or humans?
Humans.
Short form or long form video?
Short.
First party or third party data?
First.
CTV or social e-commerce?
CTV.
Okay. Overrated, underrated? AI as a creative partner?
Over.
The death of the third party cookie?
Overrated.
Influencer marketing?
Overrated.
Podcasting as a part of your marketing strategy?
Underrated.
Thank you. Being at the conference, and, you know, a lot of this is about who you know, meeting new people, making connections, networking. How do you make this last? Meeting all of these people, remembering all of these people, you know, what would be your best advice for navigating a conference like Ed Week?
You're going to meet a lot of people. You're not going to connect with everyone. I think that trying to follow up and stay in touch with the ones you actually had a really deep connection with versus a transactional interaction with is going to pay dividends forward for you. And I think just recognizing and having grace with yourself that you don't have to remember every name. You don't have to have a million follow-ups. You just need to have the few that are going to make a difference for you, for your business, and for your career as you move forward.
I feel like it goes back to authenticity, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And last question, how do you utilize the conference to build a personal brand?
I mean, you do things like this. I think the conference in and of itself is a hub for having other conversations. And I think finding the niche that you want to be part of and finding communities that will elevate your voice is the most important thing, because those communities have people that will relate to your voice as well.
Yeah.
So finding the right pockets that you should be part of and then elevating that message.
This was great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I hope you guys tune into the next episode of Cannesversations. Thank you.
Thanks.